Top 10 Best Mystery Movies on Netflix. Nobody can resist a good mystery, whether it's a crime story, a suspense movie that keeps you guessing, or a mind-bending psychological thriller. Sitting confused in front of your screen can be a way more enjoyable experience than it sounds. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel Netflix Tops, where we tell you about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Now grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of this video, because today's video is going to list down the top 10 best mystery movies on Netflix. So let's get started. Number 10. I Am Thinking of Ending Things. As if the world wasn't troubling enough, here's a savage, surreal new Charlie Kaufman film beamed straight into your homes, just in time for you to sink behind the sofa on a darker night and wish the awkwardness and misery would go away. He brilliantly observes horribly true details of what it means to be human, to live, to love, to succeed, to fail, to breathe. Any fan of Charlie Kaufman knows that his cinematic puzzles aren't really meant to be solved. That's especially true of his third film as writer-director, a surreal drama about a young woman going to visit her new boyfriend's parents that pulls closer to Lynchian territory than anything he's done before. Again, it's best that you don't try to untangle the story's many knots. It will only frustrate you. Give yourself over to the experience though, and it's like a dream you can't dislodge. Number 9. I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. It would be easy to look at the title of this stellar oddball indie, a film buckling with distinctly American rage, splattery violence, and plenty of dark laughs, and find a certain timelessness. I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore is the movie of the moment, and if you get emotional over it now that you have company in its main character. Lonely medical assistant Ruth fumes at everything she sees. The obnoxious coal roller in his monster truck spewing black smoke. The people who cut her off in line at the supermarket. The dog shit left on her lawn. And when Ruth comes home one day to find she's been burglarized, there's an almost cosmic completion to her total state of sadness. Number 8. His House. A ghost story with socio-political undertones, the compelling debut from director Rami Weeks follows a Sudanese couple seeking asylum in the UK. Placed in a rundown home in a tenement on the outskirts of London, the pair encounter racism, bureaucracy, and an enigmatic force that may be even more sinister. His House is actually the work of Rami Weeks, a British writer-director who marshals his original idea with real freshness. His film's central characters, asylum seeker Rael, Wunmi Musaku, and Bol, arrive in Britain to find themselves allocated a grimy, rundown council house in a forbidding estate in some unspecified part of the UK. The pair have escaped the brutality of civil war in South Sudan, but something terrible has happened on their 3,500-mile journey by land and sea. Its repercussions lay over the film like a fog. Number 7. Lost Girls. Based on a true and long-spanning unsolved crime, Lost Girls stars Amy Ryan as Mary Gilbert, the mother of teenager Shannon Gilbert, Sarah Weiser. When her child goes missing, Marie urges Long Island authorities to track down the girl. Taking matters into her own hands, Marie discovers that her daughter's whereabouts may be linked to a series of unsolved cases involving a number of murdered sex workers. A moody narrative that negates over-sensationalizing the crime that inspired it in favor of authentic character work. Lost Girls leans on the strength of its small ensemble cast and Liz Garbus's minimalist directing style to ensnare, enrage, and devastate us. Number 6. Earthquake Bird. Lucy Fly, Alicia Vikander, is an American translator working at a Japanese manufacturing company. Suspected of foul play when her expat friend, Lily Riley Koa, goes missing, Lucy is questioned by authorities. But as the third person in a love triangle with Lily and a local photographer, Teiji Matsuda, Naoki Kobayashi, Lucy believes the latter to be at fault for Lily's disappearance, a theory she's had more than a difficult time selling to Japanese law enforcement. A fine blend of mystery, melodrama, and thriller elements, Earthquake Bird is a Netflix exclusive, and a polished one at that. Slightly formulaic, its lack of groundbreaking originality is made up for the acting chops of both Vikander and Ko. Number 5. Enola Holmes. Teenager Enola Holmes, Millie Bobby Brown, is the exceptional young sister of world-renowned detective Sherlock Holmes, Henry Cavill. When her mother disappears on Enola's 16th birthday, the intelligent youth uses all of her mystery-solving abilities to track down the Holmes matriarch, all while unearthing a deeper conspiracy at a play in Victorian-era London. Featuring a stellar lead performance from Brown as the titular character, Enola Holmes is a quick-on-its-feet adaptation of the first book in Arthur Nancy Springer's Enola Holmes mystery series. The sequel is finally here too. Number 4. Mindhorn. Although Mindhorn is admittedly a comedy first and foremost, there is a mystery at the heart of this film. Julian Barrett stars as Richard Thorncroft, a washed-up actor who once starred in a TV series as Detective Bruce Mindhorn, the man with an optical lie detector. Over 2 decades after Julian's heyday, an escaped maniac, Paul Melly, Russell Tovey, demands a meeting with Detective Mindhorn. Julian seizes the chance to be relevant again, and he quickly alienates the local police. However, not even Julian could predict that Paul has evidence of an actual crime that goes much higher than anyone believed. But can Julian really live up to the Mindhorn character and solve the mystery? Number 3. I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in This House. I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in This House is a ghost story. Or perhaps Lily Slayer, Ruth Wilson, is just losing her mind. After being hired as a live-in nurse, Lily finds herself taking care of Iris Blum, Paula Prentice, a world-famous horror novelist whose mind has largely been lost to dementia. Almost immediately, Lily begins noticing strange and unusual things happening in the house. She also suspects that the protagonist of Iris's most popular novel, Polly Parsons, Lucy Bayetone, may have been a real person and a very real ghost. But who killed Polly, and why does her spirit linger? Number 2. The Legacy of the Bones. The Legacy of the Bones is the middle chapter of the Spanish-language Baztan trilogy, which started with The Invisible Guardian and ended with Offering to the Storm. But if you're willing to read subtitles, then you don't have any reason to be intimidated by this largely standalone film. All you really need to know is that Amaya Salazar, Marta Etchera, is a detective who is married to James, Ben Northover, and she's just given birth to their son, Ibia. Upon returning to active duty, Amaya is assigned to investigate a series of shocking suicides that are somehow connected. Unfortunately for Amaya, this mystery hits very close to home for her, as she discovers that her mother, Rosario Maureen Gastanega, is involved in a way that she could never have predicted. Number 1. Shimmer Lake. Events are not necessarily what they appear to be in Shimmer Lake, a rare mystery that unfolds in reverse. That means we see the ending of the story before we understand how it relates to the main characters and who is pulling the strings. Andy Sykes and his friends, Chris Morrow and Ed Burton, plot a bank robbery and blackmail Judge Brad Dawkins to get access to the money. This puts the trio in direct opposition to Andy's brother, Zeke Sykes, and nearly everyone involved in the crime is dying under very suspicious circumstances. The main hook of Shimmer Lake is the storytelling method. The story of the crime is told in reverse. It starts on Friday and ends with the bank robbery on Tuesday, telling each day's events in between. This is an interesting and worthy note to a film that otherwise does not live up to the talent behind the project. This is a crucial moment in the storyline, but the tone of the movie has too much levity for the tragedy to reach its full weight and importance. Uziel's screenwriting and pacing of the film are really what shines in Shimmer Lake. The layering of the storylines are really done well. You see scenes that answer questions from the day before, and it's like a backward story with holes. That was the most interesting and well-done aspect of this film. And this brings us to the end of the video. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.